Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. So the topic that we're covering today, it has been asked by one of you guys for me to make a lecture on, and today it's not a scheme that we're covering but rather a mission, and it is an important mission. We will understand why, and also one of its component has recently crossed the 10-year mark. So 10th year anniversary you can say, or the 10 year has been completed of one of the components under this particular mission, and that is why it becomes very important. There are chances that the question will be asked, and what was the news and everything we are going to cover today. But before starting the session, to our new audience who want to prepare for regulatory bodies, we have come up with one stop solution guide for all your queries that you might be having regarding the examination, the organization that you want to join. So if you open these ebooks, you will find first of all the information about the organization. After that, what will be your responsibility when you will join the organization at a certain designation. Then what is the pattern of examination, what is the syllabus, what are the previous year trends of cutoffs, are you eligible or not, what should be the right strategy to follow, and everything, whatever question that you have in mind, everything has been mentioned in this e-guidebook. And one more thing that I want to say, that you can easily download this valuable guidebooks for your career free of cost. So do not miss this opportunity. You can find the link in the description box below, and you can download these ebooks free of cost. Now let's come to the session. Okay, so see, there is the National Action Plan on Climate Change. Okay, so all over the world, all countries, the globe, the world, it is focusing on fighting the climate change, right? So in that case, in 2008, the government of India, they came up with a national action plan for climate change. In that there are 8 components. All right, so we are focusing on today one of those 8 components, and that is national mission on enhanced energy efficiency. Okay, the rest we are not going to talk about, but from here you need to have an idea that how this particular mission originated and it comes under what. Okay, so here the national plan on climate change, which was launched in 2008. Okay, in under that we have 8 components, and the one we are talking, it was launched back in 2011, and the name of it is National Mission for Energy Efficiency. Okay, so basically this focuses on such sectors, such industries where the use of efficiency, the use of energy is quite high. Okay, for example, we have fertilizer sector, we have thermal power plants, we have other where coal is being required, and other such industries. Okay, so there the energy consumption is very much, and we have to reduce that, and we also have to replace the forms of energy that are utilized there with some sustainable or efficient form, right? And we have already studied so many schemes where the government is focusing on a new type or new source of energy, right, which can be utilized, and you can find all those schemes or the major of schemes that we have already covered in the government scheme the playlist, right? So under this, so now we have understood, right? 2008 National Action for on Climate Change was launched, and under that National Mission of Enhanced Energy was launched, specifically focusing on certain industries where the use of energy is quite high, and we have looked at some examples. So it started with 8 such industries were first found, and then the number increased gradually. Okay, now under National Mission of Enhanced Energy, there are 4 components. We'll look at them one by one. We'll have a brief understanding here only, so that it will be easier to study afterwards. Okay, first of all is perform, achieve, and trade. Okay, first of all you have to perform good, you have to achieve some target, and you can do some trading. So what are we talking about? So basically, as we have already discussed abhi that there are so many new initiatives and schemes that has been launched by the government, where the government is focusing on alternative source of energy, right? One thing is that how we can fight the climate change, but another thing is where the energy is already being utilized and that is excessively, we have to reduce that as well, right? That will also contribute to fight climate change. So it happens, and you can think it for yourself. If you have ever lived in a hostel, or maybe you were in college, or you have pocket money or any other source, you must understand that initially when you have something, you consume it inefficiently, right? And once, for example, you had money, so for 10 days of the month you spend it like anything, and for the next 20 days you don't have money left, right? So it happens that in these industries, the there was no efficient use of energy, and that is why the scheme was launched, where the government said that we have given you some target, and these are the mandatory targets. What are that? We'll look afterwards. Okay, you would have to perform, you would have to meet those target, and if you meet those target, there are some rewards for you. So basically this is the basic idea of PAT, we will understand in a better way. And this is the one that has crossed the 10-year mark. So it has been a decade since this scheme has been launched, and that is why we will study this one in quite detail. Second is market transformation for energy efficiency. So in one way, the government is saying that you would have to reduce the use of energy, right? But then government is also helping that we will provide you with the appliances that you can use where the consumption of energy is less. For example, you must have seen the electrical appliances, right, where the stars are given, and more the star, more efficient it is in the form of energy, more the lesser consumption is does do, right? Similarly, so this is what the idea behind market transformation for energy efficiency is, to provide these industries. So they're not just giving some random target, they are helping to achieve them as well. So what the government is saying, that we will provide you with the appliances, use them, change your old ones with the new ones, and in that way you can achieve the target. So this is the basic idea of market transformation for energy efficiency. You are actually transforming the market. Third is energy FNG financing platform. So if you want to change, if the government want or expects you to change your old appliances with the new one, of course you would require some money, right? So government is saying we'll provide you with the financing also. We will catalyze the financing. If you are not directly able to give you, the government is saying we will provide it to the banks and in the form of loan, etc. Right? So that is a financing is also they are providing, right? Quite simple. You can look at that how simple is this mission and how efficient and very organized this mission is, right? So once that is done, now the banks and the investor who would be investing, who would be providing with the financing, they also need some security, right? If what if they are not able to get the money back from the industries? So in that case, the government is also have provided a framework for efficient energy economic development, where the government is giving assurance to such banks and investor that if you don't get the money, the government will help you with certain amount of it, right? So this is a very organized way this mission has been launched. Now we'll look at them one. Let's start with a little bit objectives of NM double triple E, that is National Mission of Enhanced Energy Efficiency. We'll look at, first of all, this mission is governed by Ministry of Power. Very important, you should know the ministry. And it is based on Energy Conservation Act 2001. So there is a Energy Conservation Act 2001 which states, so this particular mission, it states what it provides. This mission act, sorry, this act provides a legal mandate. Okay, so it is a legally mandate for the implementation of energy efficiency measures. So whatever energy efficiency measures are there, it is mandatory under this act to be implemented through the institutional mechanism of Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So of course we need some administration also, right? So that institutional mechanism is being taken care by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency in the central government and designated agencies in each state. Okay, so at central level it is Bureau of Energy Efficiency, and of course with the change of state, it at each state there is a different mechanism that will be working under BEE only. Okay, so this is under the Energy Conservation Act of 2001. And do mind, currently we are looking at the National Mission of Enhanced Energy Efficiency, right? Not under the parts of it. The initiatives, the four initiatives that we have studied under NM triple E are aimed at what? Facilitating. We are giving facility to the industries where from which we are expecting something. Energy intensive industries also, wherever energy is intensively consumed, to reduce their energy footprint. So whatever waste the energy they are wasting, to reduce that footprint and catalyze investment, and also providing them with the investment or creating a channel for the investment in the energy efficiency sector. Okay, so this is the aim of NMEEE. Now we look at the others one by one. The perform, achieve and trade scheme. So what happens under this? This was launched in 2012. Okay, important to remember, this has recently crossed the mark for assigning energy reduction targets. So see, basically what happens, there are certain industries that have been chosen under it, and for each industry they have assigned some limit, that till this limit only you can consume the energy. Okay, so for them they have assigned. So we are not going to go in deep down that for which industry what is the number, because that's of no use. There are so many, and that cannot be asked in examination, right? But there are certain targets for each type of industries, to large energy intensive industry. Okay, and distributing energy saving certificates. So what will happen, and this target has to be achieved by within 3 years. What does it mean? They will give a target, and those industries would have to meet the target within 3 years. Okay, now what will happen if they achieve that target? What is, for example, I'll just give you for example, 3000 million ton was the energy that needed to be consumed, and they consumed the energy either to this or below this number. So of course they have achieved the target, right? So once they have achieved the target, they will get energy saving certificates. These are also known as ES certs in short form, but the full form is energy saving certificates. Okay. Now, what if you're not able to achieve those targets? So if you're not able to achieve those target, in such cases you would have to face penalty. Okay, so for example, I was someone who have achieved the target. In fact, I have amount also that has been left which I could have consumed, but I did not do because I was very efficient those 3 years. Okay, so in such cases, what can be done? These certificates can also be traded by the designated consumer. What are these designated consumer? It is nothing but the industries that would fall under the particular mission. Okay, so these industries, if some industry has performed exceptionally well, what they can do, they can sell those e-certificates to such industries which have poorly performed, means they have crossed the target that was given to them. So if they have bought this e-certificate, so that would be neutralized. You can assume, for example, it would be somewhere equalized. For example, one A industry, it pollute 100 was the pollution that they could make. Okay, so it produced only 90, but it produced 110. Okay, so total overall was 200 that can be polluted by both of them together. And if you add this also, that is also overall 200, right? So what basically has been done, so this B industry has bought the E certificate, some E certificates it has bought from A, so that the negative effect, adverse effect it has made in terms of inefficient use of energy, that can be neutralized. Okay, so in this way A will also get benefit, and it will also it will also then save more energy, because once it would not have to give penalty, and in second case, if it will sell those E certificates, it would get some money or some profit in return as well, right? So the in this way, this particular program or scheme has been introduced with such aim. I hope it is very simple, but if you're still not able to understand, please write in comment box, I'll explain there also. But I think you must have understood the concept. Okay, at the end of 3 years, so how this will be done, the energy saving achieved by the industries, first of all, it will be verified. Okay, so it will be verified by a team of accredited energy auditors. Okay, so there will it will be identified by a third party accredited energy auditors, but these will be appointed by the BEE only. Okay, BEE will first appoint some accredited energy auditors. They will do the verification, and after that, it will be decided if you will get E certificates or not. Okay, after verification, E certificates are issued in designated consumer are the industries by the Ministry of Power. ठीक है, तो Ministry of Power उसको वो देगी. इसके अलावा E certificates are then eligible for trading in two power exchange. I just told you, no, that these E certificates can be traded. Now it can't be just like I'm calling you and I'm saying, okay, I need some certificates, and you just send this, right? So there is a proper base, a proper platform. For example, in case of trading, you do normal trading, right? So in that also we have certain platforms only from where we can buy and sell stock. Similarly, for that we have two such trading power exchanges. One is Indian Energy Exchange. Here you can trade your e-certificates, e-saving certificates, and then we have Power Exchange India Limited. Here also you can exchange such certificates. Now penalties for those DCs who are designated consumers who are not unable to meet the desired targets after implementation of measures also, even if they have done the measures and they have purchased the e-certificates from other industries also, or also even if they are not able to make it to reach the target, so they would have to give some penalty. Okay, so and this is mandatory, as we have understood from the Act of 2001, it is mandatory. Okay, so here I have added one link, important link. Why I'm saying important? Because PAT has recently, it has crossed the 10 decade mark, and that is why there are some data that is being mentioned in this link. Please open it and understand that what are the different cycles. This PAT scheme was launched in phases. Currently, for till 2022-23, it will be in the sixth phase. Okay, so currently that is going on. Also a brief understanding of different phases, how we have achieved the target, it has been mentioned. Next is about the next component of the national mission on energy efficiency. It is market transformation for energy efficiency. So now we are talking about market transformation. So here we have understood प्रमोटिंग अडॉप्शन ऑफ एनर्जी एफिशिएंट इक्विपमेंट्स, है ना, ये वही स्टार वाली बात है जो मैं कह रही हूँ. इफ योर रेफ्रिजरेटर इट हैज वन स्टार और एनी इलेक्ट्रिकल appliance it has one star, means it can save energy, but it's not that efficient as it would be 5 star or 4 star or 5 star one, right? So promoting adoption of energy efficient equipments and appliances through innovative business models, okay, and to improve their affordability. Of course they should be affordable also, because we know the ones which have star, they are little costlier than the ones which do not have any such mechanism. The initiative focus on coordination among multiple stakeholders. Okay, so multiple stakeholders, of course, will be involved, who will be making such appliances which are energy efficient. To ensure the development of technology, we require technology for that leapfrog the existing low efficiency and quality standards. Okay, so whatever the low efficient and the standards that we currently have in terms of appliances, that can be improved and deliver enhanced energy saving and emission reduction. Okay, and we have to focus on such technologies which will be more energy saving. Okay, two programs were developed under this. So we have one batch lamp yojana, and we have bachat lamp yojana. Here we are talking about distributing and providing in subsidized form the appliances only. For example, we had ujala yojana, right, where the led bulbs were distributed at a very low cost, right? So such type of scheme, that is the bachat lamp yojana. And super efficient equipment program, so in this the focus one on constructing manufacturing such products, for example fan ceiling, where the cost which will be more energy efficient, right? So here we are talking about constructing manufacturing such equipments that are energy efficient, which have stars. Okay, basically it means that. Next, we have energy efficiency financing platform. So here, creating mechanism that would help finance demand side. Demand, who will having the demand? The industries will having the demand, right? Of such energy efficient equipments and mechanism. Management program in all sectors by capturing future energy saving. Okay, intended towards catalyzing the finances for energy efficiency sector. Okay, by addressing the barriers, whatever barriers and challenges that are there in the market development, for that will be addressed, and whatever the barrier challenges, not only in the market development but also in the project development, whatever will be faced, that will be addressed by providing or catalyzing the finances for the energy efficiency sector. Okay, so this also provides this particular component, it also provides a platform for financing institutions, whatever financing institution we have in India, the investor and project developers, to engage in knowledge exchange on energy related aspect. Okay, so that even they have more confidence that the investor and the bank will also get involved under the this particular component where finances have to be provided. So this Bureau of Energy Efficiency, it has signed MOU with the industries also for the same cost, so that they can uh, adapt the components that are this component, and also the Indian Bank Association, so that they have awareness and they can spread the awareness of the financing that can be provided for the positive effect or the positive components that we have seen priorly of using the more efficient appliances, and so that PAT scheme targets can be reached, right? So for everything there is an MOU signed with the bank Indian Bank Association as well. Now the last component, that is framework for energy efficient economic development. So here again, so under this institutionalized two types of funds in order to protect the confidence of bank and investor. Okay, so this is what we have studied. And why is it done? To avoid the stalling of projects due to lack of funds. Okay, so for that also there are two types of fund that has been made. First is partial risk guarantee fund for energy efficiency, and here this particular fund will guarantee risk cover of 50% loan amount, or INR, that is rupees 10 crore per project, whichever is less. So that one particular fund guarantee will be done, guarantee for the risk. And second type of this fund, it is venture capital fund for energy efficiency, and under this provides last mile equity support. So here we are focusing on having the equity support. Equity means basically to have a some share in your company as well, for successful implementation of energy efficiency product to projects, to reduce the impact of non availability of debt financing. Okay, what does it mean? So that the small companies or small projects that are there, so that they don't go in the debt financing, so that is why for them this last mile equity support is being has been provided. This is equivalent to 2 crore or 15% of total equity, whichever is less. Okay, so whatever will be less, it will be taken under the consideration and funds will be given accordingly. So that is all, and this is the news. So recently, Union Minister R.K. Singh launches star-rated appliances. Now, I hope now you understand ये क्या बात चल रही है, right? Program enhails Bureau of Energy Efficiency completion on a decade of PAT scheme. Okay, and here this is a very, there are a lot of components that are present in news. I have added the link. I have so please open it and read the news. It is very important from examination point of view, and in fact it will help you in descriptive writing if you're preparing for APFC. There also it can help you, EPFO, APFC, and AOEO. So this homework which I am giving you today, it is made from the news, the link of which I have given you in the previous slide, because I really want you to study this news and then answer it. There are very important things that have been mentioned there. And there is one type of portal or component. It is designed to serve as a one-stop shop for all energy efficiency and decarbonization need of Indian energy industry, intensive industries. And this particular portal only, it aims to facilitate the exchange of information also, knowledge also, experience and best practices related to the wide gamut of stakeholder such as industries, inter association, technology and service provider and research institute, etc. So that is your homework, and these are the toppers of the last session. Where option of answer question 1 C was the right answer as been given by most of you, and option E was the right answer for the second one. ठीक है, तो ये काफी लोगों ने सही आंसर दिया है, except for comrade. Do you have some confusion? Do let me know, because हमने समझा था कैसे वो ऐड होके पुराना जो अमाउंट था वो ऐड होके न्यू, जब नेशनल मिशन गंगा मिशन सेकंड जब शुरू हुआ तो उसमें जो नंबर था, जो अमाउंट वो बढ़ गया था. So MK has given, I think, answer of 1. Pranali has said the right answer. Rachit has said the right answer. Then we have Prakash saying the right, Priya Prakash saying the right answer, and welcome. And Keshavan, thank you. And please do let me know if everybody else are also facing this noise disturbance. I'll then do something about it. However, in this session also I've tried to make it better. Do let me know if it is better or not. And see, there's no particular link for that. I'm sorry, I cannot do something on my part. I would have done if I could, but for that you would have to refer to Telegram only. Sumitra, thank you, and thank you for the right answer. Krishna is saying that has said the right answer, and that is all in this video. Again, if you have any doubt, any query, do comment it down. I'll reply. If you want me to any cover scheme, suggestions are always welcome. And there are a lot of suggestions that are there. So if I'm not I'm not covering your scheme, the scheme suggested by you in next session, please don't get disheartened. I'll definitely make a session on that. So until then, we'll meet again in new session, and until then, all the very best for examination, and thank you.